The robber unzipped his pants right in front of him. At that moment, his 4-year-old daughter was standing in the doorway. She was confused and didn't understand. Tom turned his head, picked up the girl, and carried her into the bedroom. Mark's eyes turned red. He went crazy trying to stop it, but the tragedy still happened. Mark lost his family. He hated the robber. The next day, he immediately contacted a lawyer, hoping to seek justice through the law. Soon, the criminals were caught, but Tom bribed the lawyer and pinned everything on Bobby. In the end, Tom was sentenced to only 1 year. Bobby was given the death penalty, but with a 10-year suspension. Mark couldn't accept it. Then he saw his lawyer shaking hands with Tom. It turned out that so-called justice was just a scumbag, afraid of losing a lawsuit. Since justice wouldn't come, he would avenge his wife and daughter in his own way. 10 years passed. Bobby was about to be euthanized. Just 3 injections, and he would die without pain. But before the first injection even finished, the pain inside his body was unbearable, turning what should have been a quick death into something terrifying and drawn out. The police sensed something was wrong. They checked the packaging of the drugs. Test results showed the bottle contained a high concentration of poison. The prosecutor handling the case happened to be the lawyer from back then. He suddenly thought of Tom, so he sent people to track him down. Meanwhile, after Tom was released, he went back to his wasted life. Suddenly, the phone rang. A mysterious voice warned Tom that the police were coming, and if he wanted to live, he had to follow instructions. Tom looked out the window. Sure enough, police cars were pulling up. He immediately followed the instructions, found a patrol car, and saw a cop asleep inside. Tom grabbed the gun and forced the officer to drive. Not long after, the car stopped on the outskirts. Tom kicked the officer out, planning to kill him. Just then, the phone rang again. Tom answered and thanked the caller, but the very next second,
You know why I'll never see my wife and little girl again?
the cop pulled off a wig. Tom suddenly realized it was the man whose wife and daughter he had killed. Tom fired immediately, but the gun didn't shoot. Instead, a sharp pain spread through his hand. Mark had modified the gun. Pulling the trigger only triggered a hidden switch. Mark checked if he had been poisoned. He saw Bobby completely paralyzed, yet still fully conscious. Then Mark dragged Tom to the basement, tied him to a bed, and injected adrenaline to keep him from dying too soon. He stuffed cloth in his mouth to stop him from biting his tongue. Finally, he put on a mask and started recording. The police found the basement. The scene was unbearable. A whole person had been cut into 64 pieces. Through the warehouse investigation, the police quickly locked onto Sam. When they surrounded his house, Mark calmly took off his clothes, waiting for them without fear. This was only the first step of his revenge. Due to copyright issues, this is all I can show of this movie. Thanks for watching.